welcome back to my channel. I am tyranobanks, which you all should know. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now and become a brownie. So as you can see in this video, I am telling y'all how I basically did my grad school application, how I got into the grad school program of UTSA, that is the University of Texas at San Antonio. And I am so excited to be starting classes this fall. Like, I've already enrolled into my classes. I take intro to school counseling, something about development, and then something else. But I know I'm just excited. I know it's going to be stressful, but since I've already been through the college thing, I kind of know how it works, but it's just going to be a new environment to be in. But anyways, so during the application, it is a long process. I didn't realize that it was going to be this long, y'all. And in my lap, I have my my handy dandy laptop, so I can be telling y'all, you know, what all I did. So it's this first section, and in this first section, what you have to do is choose what type of application that you have. So it's either domestic or international. Of course, I am domestic because I am a U.S. citizen. And then I believe if you're international, you have to do more. So I don't really know what the more is because I'm domestic, you know, application. But anyways, you select your classification. Of course, I'm getting my master's degree. Select the program, which is school counseling, and that is a Master of Education. And then select the term. So you select fall or spring, and I think those are the only two options that you have. Unless they do it a year more, but I already knew I wanted to start this fall. So then next you start your profile. That's where you type in your name, your email, your phone number, date of birth, social security, your birth city, your birth state. So make sure y'all know all this information when you're applying. Your current address, and then list your contact numbers. I listed my mom. I need to go back and add my dad. And then next you list your gender, what you identify with, if you have any military affiliation, and then they also want to list if your mother or father had what type of education they had. So I had to do that too. So on that part, my parents kind of confused me because I know that they got degrees, I just didn't know what their degrees were in. So I had to ask them. And then next is your education history. So I had to put Alabama State University in there, and I had to send them my unofficial transcript on here, but I also had to send them my official transcript. So what I did was I went to the Alabama State website and I typed in transcripts, and you have to pay for it. So I don't know how much y'all transcripts cost, but I think mine was like $7, and I sent it electronically. They get it quicker. You don't have to worry about it getting lost in the mail. So I feel like that's like good. And then next you do test scores, really. You do test scores next. This, you don't need to take the GRE for this particular program, but I did anyways. So I put the GRE in there, and my test scores did get sent to UTSA when I did take the test. Now next is program information, and with this you have to have a narrative statement. So basically, I forgot, was there a question or something? Let me click. Oh, the documentary is shown below. Oh, I can't access it. So basically what I did was I looked up what is a narrative statement, because you know, sometimes, you know, I did go to college, but baby, I don't know everything. So I know I had to write a narrative statement, and I know it had something to do with why I want to be a counselor, or I don't know if it was how would I handle a certain situation. I'm not sure. Let's look it up. And y'all probably looking at the video like, the narrative statements. Narrative statements. Oh, refers to telling a story. Relies on telling the story to make a point. Typically a true story about the author's personal life. Yes. So I had to do something of that nature. And then next I had to do my personal statement, and my personal statement was really of why I want to be a school counselor, and what would the people that I be counseling, like, what would they gain from it. So I've had to dig inside my head and my heart to tell people why I wanted to be a school counselor. Additional information: how did I learn about UTSA graduate programs? Of course, I looked on the website. And do you plan to enroll if offered a mission? Oh, if you are not offered a financial award, do you plan to be enrolled? So if I didn't like get an award, like, would I still accept it to enroll? And I said yes, and then it asks you if you intend to go to school part-time or full-time. I chose full-time. So then next, you have to put in your resume. Now, if you don't have a resume, you can always look up how to do a resume. I have a resume, of course, because I have a job. So I had to show them my resume, and then when I do have to go and search for another job, you have to have a resume ready. And then you have to let them know if you have Texas residency. So I am a resident of Texas. I've been here for 2 years, but while I was in school, my parents did live here, so I was still like, I'm still in their household, but I was still a person in that house, so that's how I got my residency of Texas. And then it asks you about, like, what high school you graduated from, stuff like that. Of course, I graduated from Phoenix City, Alabama, so I had to put that on there. If I was a U.S. citizen, yes. Am I a permanent resident? Yes, I am. And then they do, like, the tax and if I'm an independent payer or not, if I'm claimed as a dependent, and the source of income. My source of income is myself. So everything, like my bedspread and stuff like this was here before I got here. But like everything else, like my books and my clothes and all that stuff, like I pay for that. All my food and stuff, I pay for that. So I really pay for myself to survive. My parents provide this roof over my head, which I'm thankful for. So in this journey, hopefully by year 2 or before year 1 ends of me being in grad school, I have my own place. We're going to pray for it from my mouth to God's ears, okay? So next they ask you if, well, this is part E, students following Texas independently or who provide a majority of their own support. So they ask you a series of questions, again, if you're a U.S. citizen and so on. And then they ask you to sign. And then they ask you questions and ask you for verification. And then you have to pay for the application. So you'll pay for it. Then you'll, I think you'll screenshot it. And then you'll send them that screenshot to show that you actually paid for your application. That was like a long process. I was like, why y'all just can't see that I paid for it already? But hey. And then the last thing, like, I'm letting y'all know this now, please have people to recommend you. I had to ask 3 of my good friends that I know that, like, can recommend me, and they weren't gonna BS it either, even though you know how friends be, y'all know how friends be doing. So my sorority sister wrote a letter of recommendation for me. My sister in education, she graduated a semester before me, but I call her my alter ego. She did a recommendation letter for me, and then my best friend also did a recommendation letter for me. And they have to all submit their recommendations letters, and then your application can be processed. If they don't submit it, then your application will not be processed, and that'll be the only thing that'll be holding you back. And it also tells you, like, it emails you when they submitted it. So that's basically like the whole like thing of how to apply for the school counseling program at UTSA. That's it. Like, the only thing that you really need to have is 3 people that can recommend you. have your personal statement and have a narrative statement ready. Everything else, make sure you know your birth city, you know your social security, you know the simple things. And hopefully I have more people to join me on my adventure at UTSA. Again, I am excited. I need to get some UTSA apparel. So thumbs up if y'all like this video. If I helped out in any type of way, comment down below anything y'all want to see. I'm gonna try to do a campus tour. I don't know when though, but I'm gonna try. Make sure y'all are following me down on my social medias, my Twitter. I'm active on Twitter, I'm active on my Instagram, and I am active on Tumblr. So make sure y'all following me, make sure y'all support me with my books, and I am working on my next book. But again, back to UTSA, I am excited. I can't wait to meet whoever is there. If y'all are at UTSA, hit me up. Maybe we can link, you know. You never know. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.